हाय एवरीवन, दिस आसिम। नज़र तो मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँगा, लेकिन देख सकते हैं आप मुझे। ओह, ये कौन सा जूस है? मैंगो जूस है। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एडिट करनी पड़ेगी, 500 पूरी रखते हैं। मुझे कोई इसका कोर्स दे दो। फ्रेम तो अच्छा है, अच्छा भी लग रहा है। वॉचिंग नहीं आती, व्यूज़ नहीं आते, क्या फ़ायदा। मतलब वॉच अगर बढ़ाए, व्यूज़ बढ़ाए, कुछ भी मज़ा आता है ना।
through the ringer. They've won championships. Ethan's done it twice. So they know what that kind of marathon is all about. But it's going to take some heavy lifting from the coaching staff and the players to start turning this around. So far, though, 100 Thieves, I'm impressed. Seems like they're pretty calm, cool, and collected coming into the second map. You know, NBS, another coach who's been there, done that, won a world championship, knows how to keep his players mentally focused and sharp.
It's up again. Deeper angle at alley. Taken, just trying to wait out this. Prowler have to be cleared, goes for a timing shot, nothing to be found there. His blinds are going to be exchanged on either side. Overdrive now going to be topped as well by Ethan. This ends up being a bit of a stalemate. Sees will connect.
Now they're going to check Cryo. He's holding an off angle there.
Oh. God. He's just on a different plane of existence at the moment. Just like Timatino just widely, just can't miss.
I think the good news here is that wisely NRG cut sound, being aware that they had spent so long over on that A side, they need to be careful about a lurk, so they're going to bypass Cryo, and I don't think give him much. Now, I'm curious if Cryo then, his reaction to this, once they kind of realize this is going to go B, is that he goes sprinting over to try to throw in a neural theft, or is this just going to be a straight-up save? I think it's just a save.
It seems to be the case. None the wiser that this site that they're creeping around,
10 seconds
lingering outside of, it's completely and utterly empty aside from some Cypher util. But it's not favoring their chances. As the crowd maybe trying to give Cryo some hints here. And he's not going to go too aggressively forward. Will retain his weapon. 100 Thieves retaining, maintaining, stretching this lead.
Yeah, it's great work by them. Util dump right at that front door. Start spamming it down. Just don't let him in. Great paranoia from Bang. You have a Phoenix as well to counter those Phoenix curveballs from Mata. So it's just about making sure that the timing on all that is good, and it was. Once again, 100 Thieves looking to go 6-1 on their defender side. Oh, Timatino. He was just above them.
Get the hell out of there. Well, he's all set up. Paranoia, though. Forcing Mata back.
I don't think Bang made any noise when he went for that peek, so I'm not sure. They had full confirmation that he's there. They probably suspect.
You know, he's close enough. And that's more than enough for NRG to try to go on the pivot. I'm still dialed in on mid. Swing coming out wider. And Timatino coming out on top. Kiko eliminated Molly up towards street. Timatino trying to overstay on that angle for a little bit longer, find that kill. So it's just going to be this one-for-one exchange between Vora and Ethan. Numbers advantage still there. 400 Thieves. So now checking over towards street, trying to see if maybe they have a way to slot themselves over towards A, but there's the pinch coming in as Cryo re-wraps out of Boba.
One enemy
Another
remaining.
kill found as Brock will get taken down. The spike now on the floor. Scuba.
30 seconds left.
And realistically, there's nothing more to be done here. The swing and die. That or try to save the gun, but they would have gone hunting. It would have been unlikely for him to keep that in his own grasp. And it's just similar scenes to Breeze.
One enemy.
Well, we might be seeing that second timeout call sent in desperation. But given what we're seeing, I think it'd be sent to no avail.
No, I think you're right. And I love the protocols here. Timatino so quick to get back over to A Link to help out on that A site. Asuna able to tuck in safely. Even though Vora goes down, 100 Thieves are able to start really shutting the door down, but there goes Ethan.
Well, needs a hell of a lot more, but it's not ready for Cryo to be playing on that very same corner. Hunter's Fury now called in from Vora, trying to see if he can get any tags. Nothing found quite just yet. Bottom around the corner. Bang, has him dead. Timotino does get taken down. Headhunter shot from Kiko. Finding its target. Now the Tour de Force is going to be invested. TP in behind, and he's also in front of that trademark, but decides not to commit to it. Quick cancel, Paranoia at the ready, but the clearing and the gun barrel spotted the foot as well. And there's the kill. Scuba able to strike him down. Bang now out of the equation. Jump up and over the top for find this kill on a Brock. Will not be able to do so.
Spike planted.
See a couple shock darts layered in, looking for some added damage. Soften up the players of NRG. Push coming in though. Two players lined up. Cryo finding them both. And Scuba, he's just got the op. Finds the first. Swap to the Bandit. A Phantom there at his feet. Push the corner though, and Cryo! He's done it again! Another 4K, another defuse, another round for 100 Thieves.
It's unreal. I mean, Cryo just finds the perfect time to step out of that cyber cage and freeze them out of the round. Absolutely brutal stuff. Getting that opening kill onto Ethan and all the way over to the other side. Read that nicely.
Nice! Let's go, Matt!
They are just disgusting today. They are so well prepared. And then you get some individual moments of brilliance. Cryo's 10-1.
God, it's just disgusting. Haunt doesn't clear this smoke, and oh my God, he's so fast. Cover. Maybe a little over aggressive. Does get punished, but still is able to find that kill. Gets his. Cryo though, gonna be spammed down. Meanwhile, Vora catching Ethan going on a walkabout at backside. Get the shock darts over to the cubby position. Bang now, trying to play out from Market, but Scuba will have him dead. Ooh. Now a 2v3 with Brock suffering quite a bit of damage. Now finished off Vora. Does he read this? The answer seems to be yes. Shock dart right there at his feet. Now going to be confirming that with a drone. Kiko's got nowhere to go.
One enemy remaining.
Keeps himself planted, swing the corner, the gun is drawn out, and Asuna! He has absolutely destroyed them! How on earth is he getting away with that?
I don't know, but it's every time 100 Thieves needs someone to come up with a hero clutch. There is a player ready, and they are going to hit another home run. Brilliantly played there by Asuna. Just kept swinging until the gun was ready. Beautiful play. And the fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. That was my reaction too. Here we go again.
Another push. And the AWP will clear the Prowler, but that's all to play Cryo into this tucked position. They're trying to spam him out, but now he swings the corner, and Cryo still able to find two. Ult denied. Timotino is looking for that stray shot to connect, cannot find it. And NRG. I mean, they're just looking like they've given everything that they had just to make it into this grand final. Now the tank is run dry. TP over to Ali. Bang, already on the arrival. Here's his approach. You can rely on Asuna to try to slow things down. The run it back now, going to be committed. Kiko able to find the one, but Bang just re-peeks here from backside. Jump peek, Scuba. A nasty shot to be found.
I have the spike.
Chance to reconcile
Spike planted.
with the previous round. To bring one back for NRG.
One enemy
Finds the
remaining.
first. Quick TP on the reposition. Looks like he's gonna rewrap back across street side.
Revealing
Vora checking this with the recon, taps the defuse. Trying to assess which direction he's gonna be coming from before the moment. He is gambling incorrectly, but now starts to suss it out.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke to be dropped, the defuse being held to half, and Scuba will get it done. It's a massive clutch and a 4K for the Omen of NRG. But it's all justified a second round win.
Well, finally, something goes NRG's way. Huge plays by Scuba. This one looked like it was going to be done, but that shot over the generator, ridiculous. And the final there, using the drop of the smoke as a one-way to make sure that he could deal with Vora. I thought for a moment maybe Asuna had seen him over in elbow, but must not have, because he kind of swung out into that. Open hands for Kiko. Good flash in response as well. Oh,
But look at Bang. He's just been able to walk all the way down through tiles. It's a non-aggressive trademark. NRG just want to go for an exploration to A, then rotate to B, have that trademark to try to deny a flank, but they just leave mid completely. They leave mid completely open for the taking. They see Zap, and Mata is still able to find one.
die.
Mata will fall, Paranoia out. Scuba should have been seen there, but Brock, check on the market, Bang, eliminated. Shock dart forward, but Scuba again looking for these kills, and Vora none the wiser. Gets wrapped around on. Plan now in play. Despite the early death, NRG in pole position to close this out. Like 2 rounds in a row. Asuna can clutch up, spots them, but cannot win it. Scuba, faster on the draw. A third round for NRG.
The fact that they're able to come back from these man-down deficits is really nice. The early clear of Cryo, so instrumental here to break open that B site. Puts Vora on an island. Bang can't win the 1v1 against Brock. Nice step up again from Scuba. Starting to take matters into his own hands. A 3K, 7 kills in 2 rounds. And okay, the march, the comeback, is it going to continue? Can NRG find that fourth? It's going to be a little bit of a weaker buy.
Kino, the aggression going to be punished. Good opening kill found for Kiko. His market door already shut, can just be quickly broken. Swap of that gun going to be heard. Kiko will just drop back.
Got all this Cypher util here on the A site this time. Try to slow them down. Asuna, I thought maybe he was going to commit to that. Brock's actually rerouting to go check. Make sure that there's no aggressive flanks from 100 Thieves. And again, that trademark gives you a little bit of safety. Try to go for this B hit, but this time 100 Thieves are going to triple up on it because of the safety of the Cypher util of their own on the other side.
An aggressive line for Asuna, but does get rewarded finding one. Molly cover his tracks as he retreats back to safety. Meanwhile, TP in the back of sight. Scuba going completely on red. Strikes is able to find the one, the Paranoia now onto Vora, sets him up. The alley-oop is there, Ethan collecting. Bang now though, hitting the micro transfer. Absolutely destroys him. Now they know exactly where Kiko is. Bang watching, and Kiko has no idea. What a monstrous 4K for Bang.
Switching sides.
To close out this half 9-3.
Oh my God. What is going on today with this 100 Thieves team? They are just doing some of the most outrageous stuff. It's the individual heroics that have got them over the line in a bunch of these rounds as the half wore on. It looked like NRG was going to get their fourth. It looked like they were going to have a lifeline, but Bang had other ideas.
Just disgusting. What he just did to NRG. Once again, they're going to be reeling at the half. Once again, they need to find the pistol to try to rally back into this one. Because 100 Thieves, they have free reign. They're going unchecked. And they're just doing whatever they want on this map of Sunset. But for now, let's send things over to Lou with some very familiar faces.
Thank you indeed. Familiar faces from Ascension, you know, very big faces on EMEA. Job Life head coach and assistant coach Skaz and Larson have joined me. Les coachs de Job Life m'ont rejoint pour une petite interview. Et la première question que j'avais envie de vous poser, c'est parce que vous allez jouer en EMEA au prochain split. D'ailleurs, j'ai très hâte de voir ça. Est-ce que je peux savoir pourquoi vous êtes là? Ça me fait plaisir que vous soyez là, mais c'est quoi les vraies raisons?
Déjà, c'est un événement incontournable en France. Et surtout, on vient aussi chercher un peu d'inspiration, un peu d'énergie.
D'estrade?
D'estrade, pourquoi pas. Et on vient aussi regarder 100 ECC, parce que c'est une équipe qui nous inspire beaucoup et on espère pouvoir essayer de choper quelques indices, quoi.
Bien sûr. So first question, why are you guys here for real? We're getting prepped for next split. Obviously, we're trying, you know, to get also a little bit of inspiration because we like 100 Thieves style quite a lot. Et maintenant, je me tourne vers toi, mon cher Larson. Avoir un événement comme ça en France quand on joue, quand on coach pour une équipe aussi connue avec autant de fans que Job Life, forcément, ça doit faire quelque chose. Ça donne envie peut-être d'être là l'année prochaine?
Bah forcément, ouais, forcément, on a envie d'être là l'année prochaine, accompagné de Skaz, je l'espère toujours. Et ouais, le but c'est de mettre notre petit nom dans le totem là-bas, et ça serait l'objectif, quoi, parce que c'est bien pour la France d'avoir des événements comme ça. Et il faut continuer,
On continue d'avoir des événements comme ça. We would love to put the Job Life name on the totem hall next year. So let's see if the Job Life boys can make it next year to EWC. And after this very elevated analysis, let's get back to that sunset.
Let's get back into it. 9-3. 100 Thieves have presented NRG with a gargantuan task. And we had so many question marks around this 100 Thieves squad coming into this because of that lack of best-of-5 experience. NRG has had so many more moments like this, so many more matches like this, with crowds like this. Yet they are the ones that are struggling. You're able to find some opening damage here on Aasim. The Molly now going to be set there at their feet. Trying to cook to a crisp around the corner, but it's going to be Mata with the ghost. He's able to find the value. Oren Asana eliminated. Quick little cursory peek. Around the corner from Timotino and decides to back away.
You're kind of hoping there as Thieves that's just the chamber in a aggressive solo position, but there were layers behind that. Thieves fell for the bait, hook, line, and sinker. So you're gonna have to win an odd man situation. Doable. Ethan and Scuba very weak already. Brock gets a spot. He's gonna peel back, has no backup right now. Still tags Timotino.
I was about to send that Haunt on a timing, but then got the visual confirmation instead. Hold it for now, but now Cryo.
Ran 4 in a row at the end to make it 7-5. So I guess your hope here as 100 Thieves is that you don't give up this bonus.
Okay, shots barely connecting on the Timo.
We're good.
It's going to be the pass lane, sprint forward. Mike still contained there at main, but Timotino going to be able to find Mata. Run it back, no longer a concern for the round.
That was close.
Spike planted.
Tough retake.
Bang is just going to be ready and waiting with his parent. No, never mind. Paranoid is not in hand. But he still had it. Instead, we'll just say tucked it backside.
A reswing from Cryo here.
There's the slide in. Timotino now striking behind the box, but tag down the 19 health. Bang. Trying to peel back some of the pressure. Hits the headshot. And Cryo lying in wait and market. Catches Scuba completely off guard. For Kiko, nothing more really to be done. Some kills would be nice, try to get towards that tour de force. But instead, it will be Cryo, spotting him out at Boba. Bonus not to be converted, and double digits now found for 100 Thieves.
Should be, I think, very much in their grasp to put this to a 2-0. The impetus going to be on NRG to run it back on a map that they have not played yet this year. They haven't played it at EWC. And it is a map that they had struggled on historically. I mean, they lost, it was like 3 or 4 in a row in the lead up to that Champs Grand Finals last year. So definitely, I think, a great pick here, 400 Thieves. The first one they get a shot at. They were chomping at the bit. Mata is going to have to run it back. Asana's still a couple away. Same with Timotino for the overdrive, and they're just going to keep doubling down.
Back committed. Widely is contained. Asana will get taken down though and push forward. Mata eventually able to find that spacing. Comes away with one, but Cryo's found two. Granted, it is the ult, but okay. Great shots from Kiko. Cryo trying to get him back into it, but without the actual kill coming through, just the denial on the ult. Not much more to be done.
It's a gamble here from Vora, thinking that NRG wouldn't expect them to run basically the same round twice in a row, right? And that sometimes does work, but NRG, to their credit, very ready for it. Kiko in particular, an absolute nuisance there on backside. Got to have some better util to clear him out. Oh, that one right there. Jaw-dropping. As usual, Kiko has had some of the most unreal spray transfers we've seen at EWC. So 4 rifles, 1 share for Vora.
Really trying to fight over the space, but no likelihood. In hindsight, should have just abandoned it. Timotino able to find Mata. Thinks behind the box into the spray down. Now a quick pivot over to A, where for the moment it is just Scuba here. It's been huge for them in the few rounds that NRG have been able to collect. Except initial contact has to peel back. He's from Brock avoided. Very fast pivoting all of NRG, trying to get into position to counteract this. Knows that they still do have overall a weapon advantage, and that's going to be the denial on the run it back. Asana out of the equation. This Ethan pushing forward, able to find himself a second. Brock getting involved in the fight as well, but Cryo fighting back. Gets himself into the 1v1. The ping reveal, and Ethan just getting chipped away at. Down to 33, he's got a Phantom. He's going to have to be so fast on the burst, but he does have the opportunity to play this on time. 25 seconds remaining in the round. Cryo has to go for it and will be able to win it. Another multi-kill round. As 100 Thieves march onward, looking for that third map and looking to make it the final map.
Apparently when
2 rounds away.
The sun sets, that's when it gets chilly, because Cryo is absolutely going nuclear on this map. They're just giggling about it, but man, oh man. What a performance he has had on this Cypher. 20 kills, 7 deaths. Blinding. Timotino immediately with the ult. Sees there to slow him down. A kill into mid. Asuna dealt with.
Big one found, but somehow doesn't even get that much damage onto Ethan. Just sliding back along the wall, keeping himself protected. Mata, however, going to be spotted into mid, and Bang has the backstab. Tiles again, a position widely being ignored by NRG, whether it's on this defense or the attack. While it does end up being a 4v4, health advantages very critically are there for 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves hasn't been able to capitalize on that space that Timotino created at A. They're worried that there's going to be a fast flood ready. So they thought about pinging to the other side, but I think the fact that Timotino hasn't seen a damn thing over there, they're just like, he's like, get over here, guys, please.
Yeah, before they suss it out. Pivot's now going to be committed to.
And you're going to have a little bit on this retake. Obviously the tour de force in play for Kiko, but he's already pretty banged up. Scuba has a paranoia, and Brock's haunt will be in the cards.
30 seconds left.
They have to check elbow because Timotino never did. We'll find out that it's pretty wide open. Smokes start layering in, and should be a plant at the very least. Just how strong is this hold gonna look?
10 seconds left.
Timotino only have a shorty here.
They had the overdrive at the start.
Right.
He's never able to grab anything, but he can just get to a position where you barrel stuff somebody. Oh, he's got a weapon now. Bang, we'll take the shorty. We'll just play up close here, but that's not gonna do too much, but Ethan comes sliding in, finds that kill. Timotino able to find the enemy chamber, the defuse being stuck, but now he's got full off of this one as Ethan trying to hold the line. Takes it down to one yet again, but Cryo able to come out on top. This map has his name written all over it. As 100 Thieves now move their way up to map point.
Pretty incredible what they're able to accomplish. It looked like for a moment here, NRG was going to be able to scale in and get the defuse. And then Timotino swings the corner, gets Scuba. Cryo right there for the trade. Playing so well is Cryo. 2 more kills in that round for him.
22 and 7. Is that the inverse play? Forget how the math works out. Oh, swing of the corner, and Ethan, you got an overdrive, but there's still 3 players there, so has to back away. Just be holding on to this judge. Playing that close corner. This time around, NRG paying a lot of attention to mid and tiles. Get a decent amount of map control early, but some of that space now going to be given up.
Well, they're not going to have to do a lot of reclearing. They heard that judge. It was used by Ethan, so they're going to be pretty aware of it. The real question is this is so good. They checked Scuba's position, forced him to ult away. That's a pretty nice little win. Now just Kiko tucked in mid. Can't hit the shots, has to TP out.
Go, go, go.
Fast rendezvous to safety. Market door now. Could be broken down. 2 players here to try to stop the flood. The slide in though, and it's going to be the blaze wall from Asuna to be able to find Kiko. Mata now going to be taking down Brock, eliminated. Scuba frantically chasing them, but it goes for the 10s. That was a misclick, but it certainly was a misfire. As Ethan, take your pick of weapons. I don't think it's going to matter. Paranoia to the face, a Hunter's Fury available, and a Molly on the market exit.
I'm out of here.
Cryo and the recon have spotted him out. He takes the fight. He wins it. The light's just not the brightest on Sunset, so Ethan cannot thrive. 100 Thieves are now up 2-0. One more map to take this in a sweep.
I mean, they are just feeling it today, but this was Cryo's map. This was Cryo's turn. He's been around for a while. Think back to some of those older teams he was on. This may have been one of his best ever. Absolutely rinsed NRG on Sunset.
Just round over round of NRG getting absolutely bodied by 100 Thieves. Just clean reads the whole way throughout. The calling from 100 Thieves and the prep work has been immaculate to watch.
Yes.
So much credit to the coaching staff of the IGL. They're piloting this team absolutely perfectly. As we get ready to go into what could be the final map, we'll send things back over to Degon and the Desker standing by with a very special guest.
Thank you very much, Achilles and Paper Thin. Yes, it is 100 Thieves just on the cusp of making history as the second ever winners here at EWC for Valorant. And we are joined by a special guest, myself, Big Time, and Kukuka, joined by Mr. Leo Faria, the head of Valorant. How's it going, brother?
Hello, doing great. How are you?
Hey, it has been quite some time since Wild Rift. It's always great to see you look younger every time.
Likewise, sir.
Leo, it has been so great to see the changes towards a more open ecosystem to 2027. Kind of just wanted to get your thoughts on that, on what it's like to invite more and more players and teams to the competitive pool.
Man, we're very excited. Look, Val has been now, come on, 6 years in the market, and we have seen how far it has come. We're very proud of what we built. But there's very clearly room for, you know, keeping things fresh and keeping things exciting. And a way to do that is just to bring new blood into the sport. You know, we want to we've been talking about this idea of reigniting the dream, giving young players, aspiring players and teams an opportunity, you know, to fight their way in and to prove that they're worth, to prove that they belong among the best. So really, it's all about just opening that door, and we're very excited.
I like it because I think that with Ascension is what we were trying to achieve and actually achieved, because so many teams that we see perform today come from those tournaments, come from those teams. What have you been making out of the event? Because I've seen you walking around. Were you here the day the mates played?
I was.
Because it was crazy.
It was insane. Yeah, look, we were in Paris not too long ago. The French crowd is special, and just being here again, you know, it's awesome. We know that fans want more Valorant. We know that teams want to play more, and part of opening the ecosystem is not only giving opportunity for more players and teams, but also for more organizers, right, to do more stuff. We're very proud at Riot of doing a lot of events and producing events ourselves. But we also want to open up opportunities for others to, because at the end of the day, look, if players care about competition, we care about competition. Doesn't matter who is putting them together, and this is just a prime example of that working really well.
To add on to that, another tournament coming towards the end of the year that I'm immensely excited for is the Esports Nations Cup. What does that mean for you as Riot to be able to be involved with these tournaments where people can not only represent their teams but their whole countries, and then also who do you think is going to win on that? Just a little preview.
Turkey.
Yeah. Spicy question. Look, I think if we ask Valorant fans what they want, a national-based competition probably sits at the top of the list. I've been asked for, you know, for a Valorant World Cup for a long time, and we're very excited. It's a novel concept. I think there's a lot of pent-up demand. We know that players themselves are incredibly excited to be able to represent their country, and you know, when you watch someone doing something that they care about, it's like it's impossible not to care about it yourself. So I think it's going to be very special. I think it's going to be special for esports. It's going to be great for Val. So just excited.
You can't dodge the second part of the question, though, Leo. Who'd you get your money on?
I'm going to show my bias, and I don't usually do that.
Yeah.
But I think my Brazil has good chances of winning.
There it is. There it is.
Sassy coming back from retirement. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be now. We'll see.
Yeah. Finally, you know, just the fact that EWC fits so well into that VCT schedule, it has allowed such young players and young teams like a BBL, like a roster overhaul, like Carmine Corp to show up. Like, how awesome is it to see another tournament that teams can qualify outside of VCT that maybe weren't doing so well at VCT?
Oh yeah, look, again, it's just an opportunity to play more, right? Like, we know how important it is for these teams to have just reps, opportunity to be on stage, playing in front of a crowd with a lot of stakes, a lot of things on the line. Like, nothing replaces experience. I think the VCT has been fairly criticized for not giving teams enough opportunity to play internationally. We have 3 global events a year, 4 if you include Game Changers, but teams want more. And you know, I think it's great for teams, great for players, great for fans. So again, we hope to see more of this.
Fantastic, Leo. And finally, it's 2-0, 100 Thieves. How you think this is going to shake up?
We were just talking about before off camera. I think it's going to be good for 100 Thieves to finally lift a
there it is.
Yeah.
They've been waiting. The fans have been waiting.
I took him to our corner.
But look, you know, it's not over until it's over. NRG, they're the defending world champions for a reason. So we'll see. There's still Valorant to be played.
Leo Faria, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here at the EWC desk as we take a look at some of the highlights from Timotino, who's been on fire for 100 Thieves, especially on this Sunset map.
Yeah, look, at the start of this game, it was Timotino who really got the ball rolling there. I mean, I'm loving watching this guy play. When we talk about those MVP contenders, his name is for sure in there.
I think that I know that we are very impressed by what happened on map 1 and on this second map, and seriously how lost NRG is in some of these situations. How many clutches, how many rounds where they seem impossible to win for the side of 100 Thieves, and then Cryo goes in a crazy fork at 1v4. So many of these things do not make sense, but seriously, try and think about them from the NRG side. They have to be completely destroyed. But I agree with you. I think that all tournament-wise, to me, Timotino has proven that he has everything it takes to get that MVP.
It has been so fun to watch. Again, just every single player having a moment. Cryo with the 4K multiple times earlier. It is just, this is such a fun team to watch. And then you continue to forget that this is an NRG squad that has won the World Championship, that have been down, look out, and then always find a way to come back despite starting the first part of the half so terribly here, big time.
So NRG are a team full of tenacity. They keep making these comebacks, but is it too far gone here? That's the question for me, because I feel like they're just not even getting momentum. Inside the server, it feels like these games aren't close. They're having to steal away rounds from 100 Thieves here, who I think are looking so much more composed right now.
A part of me doesn't want to jump into conclusions, because honestly, I do not know how the vibes there are right now. I'm not listening, I'm just seeing. But seriously, I feel like things are going wrong in the NRG side, and 100 Thieves is just riding that wave.
Absolutely. Well, we will ride that wave to a potentially decisive haven on map number 3 after this.
All right, everybody, it's Puggy here with Scuba from NRG. They're about to take the stage for the grand finals. And Scuba, you've been in Paris before. Last time you did it, you raised a pretty huge trophy. How do you feel about your chances again tonight in the same city?
We're feeling pretty confident, honestly. I'm starting to feel like our lucky city, to be honest. As long as we're here today and we give it our all, I think we're going to win.
Now, Ethan was saying the French fans earlier in group stages and on day 1 didn't phase you. In fact, you guys are able to feed off that energy of the crowd. How are you able to stay so focused?
I mean, we experienced the worst of the worst at Champs last year. Almost got reverse swept in the Paris crowd. They had no one cheering for us, so it was more of like it just pushes us forward every time everyone's booing us.
Last question for you is, you have matched up against 100 Thieves time and time again. If you're looking at the numbers, you guys have the statistical edge. What is it about this matchup that gives you guys the leg up?
I would just say our team is a lot more experienced and controlled in high pressure scenarios compared to 100 Thieves. Although I'm not going to underestimate them at all today. They're here for a reason, and we'll see how it goes.
Best of luck in the grand final.
Thank you.
65 Neon, or Omen. Bingo. Jen, not plan for you. He's backside. Yeah. 65 backside. Jen, kill him.
Nice! That was the way. You were the best player ever, man. Let's go. Yo, that was the weirdest round I've ever played.
My first impression was, wow, this guy knows a lot.
But he's very someone that's helpful and there for you. When I first came to LA, he was the first guy to help me figure stuff out. You know, it's kind of like an older brother where he's always there trying to help you and make sure you're comfortable. he's just been playing for so long with so many different teams, different teammates, different roles. It's just hard to not improve when you're around him.
What he does the best is problem solving. Him together with Bang, they would just spend hours talking about micro details.
He can just read the room and understand what he needs to do. Like, okay, they're pushing us. Okay, let's do this, this, or this. Like, he understands every scenario and he understands which one is the most optimal, and he does it. No hesitation.
It's a nice block from Starso. I don't know if he has time for this one though, Kev. It's going to be very close. Oh, that is unbelievable. Also, one
enemy. Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
Back-to-back 9-3 first halves here. 400 Thieves have made the hole too large for the reigning world champs NRG to dig themselves out of. And they find themselves now down 2-0 with all the momentum by the Thieves. As we welcome you back to EWC 2026 Valorant, and one map win away is all that it takes for Thieves to finally achieve the potential that they have sought to reach for so long.
Yeah, and somehow the conversation cannot turn fully into them, right? They're having such a good final, but has their opponent even turned up in so many of these occasions? That keeps being the question. Haven also, the first map that they played yesterday, NRG on the best of 3, was devastating. I believe they chose to pick the map as well.
Yes.
And we were very worried after that.
I mean, it is scary. Now, Haven is a map that 100 Thieves have played 3 times here at EWC.
Yep.
They haven't lost it yet. It's sort of a strange choice as a map 3. Oftentimes, in a best of 5, you're going to want to have your strongest map third. So, for me, now for this to be the ultimate decider where NRG have to make that comeback, it's a very, very big question.
Yeah, and we have to look at the individuals. We need Kiko to step up. We need Mara to not repeat that performance.
Yeah.
We're speaking about being electric, about trying to get in your opponent's head. The majority of those clutches have gone the way of 100 Thieves. We saw Scuba getting one. I think I still look at him. I was highlighting him at the beginning of the day, and I feel like I still look at him to try and keep this team alive. But things are looking way too different to the rest of playoffs. Like, how is this our final?
That's exactly the question. I need to see the individuals now. NRG, we've been speaking all tournament long about how great they are when their back is against the wall, about the amazing comebacks they've managed because they look so unfazed. But right now they look like they're in trouble. They look difficult. They look stressed on that stage. Can they find that composure right now, or their key will be getting crushed? The EWC dream will come to an end.
And that's the frustrating part. We've said this so many times about this team throughout this tournament. They look stressed. They look a little confused. There's no highs, there's no lows. It's just kind of stoic. And then they find their momentum, and you get that pop-off moment by Mata at the end. And they've done it multiple times here in the playoffs, but now they've got to do it in a best of 5 down 2-0.
Exactly. I need to see the fight right now. When we talk about who we expect to step up from this NRG team, Keiko, where are you, man? This is the best of 5. This is the final, and I feel like he's not here. He was an MVP frontrunner coming into these finals. I need to see him come alive here. On the side of 100 Thieves, Cryo just had an insane map. I was so impressed by them. Bringing out that sunset, we saw them bringing that out in the playoffs, enormously impressed. For NRG, that was the first time they've had to play it. So I think you can excuse some of the issues there, but absolutely not all of them. You know, a map in the final should never be that dominating, especially when you're such a storied team like NRG.
Yeah. It's going to be map number 3, and it will be so wrong for the competition that we've had so far for this final to be a 3-0.
Yes.
But what can you do when 100 Thieves is having the run that they're having? All of these situations, when they look that they're lost, when it's just one player alive and 4 on the other side, you count everyone down.
Yeah.
It's the final, it's NRG. You should have some respect for them. But 100 Thieves is finding that final form literally in the final. It's been such an exhausting tournament for everybody. Yeah. Everything happens within the time span of less than 2 weeks that we're in Paris here for. And they've been managing to turn all of that pressure into new comps, new approaches to the maps, surprises against every opponent that they have faced. And apparently, NRG is going to be no different.
I mean, that's exactly it for me. I've just been, even from when we first saw them in the group stage, there's a 100 Thieves team. I felt like something was different this time. They're at that international. Can Asuna finally manage to lift that trophy? And it's
about time, right?
It is about time. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's coming alive right now. I feel like the whole team is coming alive. But there's one more hurdle left. They need to get one more map over the line. But we know that NRG have it in them to come back. It's just, can they bottle that magic right here, right now?
You saw the referees stepping up on stage as we get the lobby remade and the players ready to go. And 100 Thieves have been so awesome about it, feeling no pressure at all, on their faces, having fun. You heard the comms from them earlier.
Yeah.
You are the greatest player ever in that clutch situation, getting the defuse and pushing them to 12. And those are the types of vibes that you want to see and hear from a team feeling no stress. So the question is, can NRG turn it around and ask some of those questions of this 100 Thieves roster, who just seem to be going through things so smoothly?
Yeah, look, it doesn't always feel like it. It doesn't seem like it from the outside, but sometimes being up to 2-0 is as dangerous as being down 2-0. It's all about keeping that calm and level mentality. You can't count your chickens before they hatch here. It's also 100 Thieves who have to be able to stay calm.
We need to find that NRG lover guy, the one that's holding the sign, because I need him to tell me how they turn this around.
Please.
How they bounce back.
Get him on the desk.
Yeah, we need to start getting these people on the desk because we are watching and we know and we are aware. We were there for these moments for NRG being the best team in the world.
Yes.
But now it does not look anything like that. In fact, the player that has turned up the most today has been Mitch.
Yeah, Paris is a city of amazing memories for this NRG squad, but now it could all change. It could be an amazing place, but also a deeply haunting place of where they couldn't quite get it done. Can the comeback start right now, Digon?
That is the question. We are moments away from Agent Select. Scuba, Brock, Mata, Ethan, the world champs, with Kiko, who has been so electric throughout this tournament, but the power has been turned off in the first 2 maps as we go into Agent Select here in Haven.
Yeah, and we jump again with this NRG, with Ethan being playing on the Neon, exactly what we saw composition-wise in the previous game. As I said yesterday, Mata could not find anything of value with that Phoenix. We expect that to be different. I expect Brock also to turn up on this map.
100 Thieves, they're sticking with that same composition we've seen all tournament long. As I mentioned, a perfect 3-0 record here on the map at EWC. Is Haven the one to send it home?
Yeah. Main difference here, right? Being Cryo playing on the Cypher, Kiko playing on the Chamber. But honestly, for Cryo's comfort, for how he's playing, for how he's turning up in this final, let it be on the Cypher. I trust him way more than any Chamber.
History waits to see whose it author will be. 100 Thieves looking to grab the pen and write their name in it. Will they be able to do so here in Haven? 2-0 up against the reigning world champions, whereas NRG, they have been down but not out so many times. Will 100 Thieves put them to the sword? Let's find out as we go to map number 3 and send it on over to Achilleos and Paper Thin.
It's all up to NRG. They have to take this into their own hands, something they have faltered with, failed to do across the opening 2 maps. It's back into one of their picks, but I'm right there with Big Time. It feels like a potential rough one. Going over to Haven, where 100 Thieves have had so much success. Flawless at that in this tournament. It is a bold move, but for NRG, it needs to be the right move. It needs to be the start of a comeback that is so unlikely, so rare to witness, as it would have to be a reverse sweep.
Well, think back to last year. It was Fnatic who opened up with 2 dominant maps against Heretics. And then Heretics were able to complete the reverse sweep. Is this going to be the beginning of that? Kiko under pressure, TB's out.
TB up the safety, Mata able to find Asuna though with that Molly. It's an opening kill. That trademark will expire. Looking for timing through the smoke, but it's going to be Ethan also with a frenzy in hand. Able to find that kill. Spike now planted, but 3v5. No damage suffered as well on the side of NRG as they are storming the site and looking to make this damn near flawless. Bora can only find the one that diffuses in, and NRG are on the board nice and early.
Okay. The exact start that you need here to get the momentum going, to get the blood flowing. Just gonna see. They can hold on, don't give up the thrifty. Keep things under control. It's exactly what you wanted, that great util dump at the corner of the exit of sewer. Makes it so difficult there. Even you lose a player as 100 Thieves.
I hope both teams lose. Well,
not possible.
Let me explain how that works.
Hate to break it to you. No buy-up other than the Bandit for Timatino. Aggressive early position. Awareness there from Kiko.
Headshot to be found, but it's going to be Cryo taking down Ethan. So Timatino just going to be low on health. It's a little bit more as well, and eventually Mata will be able to find him there end window, but Cryo with that classic yet again, taking down a target. Go dead, Mata storming forward. Quick turn to the side, looking for that 4K, can't make it happen. Bang holds him back! And suddenly it's just Scuba. The judge collected for Bora! Doesn't even use it! This is the classic. Take him down and it's happened again! It's catastrophe!
They're just unreal with the classics. What can you do?
I'm at a loss for words.
I'm shell-shocked. I thought this is round over right there.
Yeah, it felt like Mata had it secured. But bang, I mean, this one here.
Disgusting.
Nice!
Jesus.
Wow.
Well, there's plenty of good reasons to lose your voice, and that's one of them.
Go, go.
The best third one. It's ridiculous. And now it's full classics for NRG, who are gambled on the A site. I don't anticipate that this was where 100 Thieves is thinking about going, but you might lose Timatino, you might lose the Outlaw here. They've got quite the setup on the outside of this. He saw the elbow, does get one.
Mata dead, counter swing, now attempted block. Peel back, a kill, Timatino just looking to make his exit, will be able to do so. The chase now coming in though, and it's over top of the Molly! And Timatino mows down another 2 players. Just collect what they can. Outlaw and Phantom will be collected, but the spike is being planted on the opposite side of the map, and bang, ready and waiting. Intercepts to find the first, the Paranoid to be lobbed in, the swing going to be going through, and he can't get that second shot off in time. Bang. He's a little bit faster, a little bit healthier. And it's another one going over to 100 Thieves.
Yeah, even though you do run into the trap that was set up a little bit, the great thing here for 100 Thieves is they're hedging their bets across the map. It's 3 players, nowhere near the A site, so even if that goes awry, they can quick pivot over, go for the plant. And they're just able to swing through, bang. Off to a hot start, 4-1 on the Omen. That Odin still gonna be there, but it's gonna be countered this time. Bora looking for the counter spam through the wall. If that was gonna be Brock's position, but he's actually just trying to take a little bit of long A control. Will, at least for now, establish himself with the drone. Make sure that clear a lot of this space.
Does not see him.
Still
looks that fast scaling, but Asuna will take a bit of damage to the wall. So
going up.
The Blaze just to try to get that healing going. Make them think that they're going to be going for this lurk down in the sewers. Meanwhile, Timatino able to scale up long. Gets himself so far forward so rapidly. Brock now realizing how much they've given up. Gets the right read, gets the kill.
That's huge because now they can stay committed to the other side of the map.
The drone to lead the way. Mata right here alongside Scuba. Try to hold the line, has this run it back and use it relatively safely. That's going to be a molly to start. Natsuna nearly dead, just almost burnt alive. Mata taking this space to push forward. Asuna will be able to keep himself in the mix for a little bit longer here.
30 seconds left.
As now, push out to the mid. Vora able to utilize that Odin just for the one, but Kiko holds him back, denies him entry, and time is starting to bleed dry. 19 seconds remaining. The TP forward, it's a nice little hello, how do you do from Kiko. Finding Bang, Mata dead, however, Cryo able to find Kiko. Spike looking to be retrieved, but Brock.
One enemy remaining.
Just takes his legs out from beneath them. Dink as well, gonna be there as Asuna will get killed off. 2-2, NRG, they tie it up.
Hey, you're just not really able to sell this fake as 100 Thieves over on the A site because Brock deals with it so quickly and there's just literally nothing else behind it. Timatino trying to see if he could sneak ahead, but Brock so aware, not letting them get through. It's gonna take a little bit more from 100 Thieves. They're trying to open up the playbook early, but NRG has the counters. They have the steady protocols to make sure that they're not giving up much. Still gonna have enough for most of a buy. Asuna just on a stinger, but he's one away from a run it back. Timatino also, crucially, one away from an overdrive. They've left Vora out on an island over at sea, and look at where Ethan has gotten to.
It's an unpleasant surprise for Brock. Tiny bit of damage to be found, but Ethan pushing forward, catching Vora off guard. We'll find that kill. Now the spot out. He's looking for a little bit more, trying to flush Bang out of sewer. Cannot do so. Meanwhile, Asuna going to be taken down over on the site. Overdrive going to be popped, and Ethan cannot get away. Bang able to collect that kill. Cryo now. Cage pushing aggressively forward, trying to find a timing with Kiko. Still lingering within that smoke. Ends up falling to the wayside, and so far so good for NRG. You know, now they have to try to clutch it out, and they just give him too many targets. The fuse is in, and NRG take the lead by 1.
They're a little bit sharper right now. 100 Thieves looks a little bit shaky to me. This is what I'm kind of worried about, is all that adrenaline from those first 2 maps when it starts to crash. Things like your aim, okay, sure, why not? It's one of those rounds, maybe you could chalk it up to some lucky spams and things like that, but NRG look a little bit more dialed in. So you're gonna have to settle as 100 Thieves. You want this attacker side to be explosive, but now you're on a real eco. Bang with just a Bucky there. Oh my God. A lot of players dinged up on that.
Yeah, Cryo to 47. Relay Bolt just reinforcing this position. And Timatino more than happy to just sprint his way out. Molly's gonna be chucked in here. Bang, he would have been safe in this position, now realizing that. Can go back in. Blazewall, however, further interrupts it, further takes him lower. Timatino dead. Clear that recon, curveball. Attempted to be turned away from an NRG. Will still be able to find some kills in the back end of that one, and now they just re-flood back through. And Bang, fortunately for him, just giving his opponents a bit too much credit, suspecting that that molly was going to land at his feet. Could have at least had the spike planted and gotten a little bit of additional money.
You're exactly right. It was a little bit panicky, and again, it feels like 100 Thieves is starting to press, where on the first couple of maps, they just kind of were smooth. They were playing really well coordinated. And here, I'm not saying the coordination's bad, but some of their shots are getting pretty whiffy. Some of their decisions are getting a little bit panicky. And that's an opening you cannot give to NRG. This team has been through the ringer so many times. They've been in so many do or die situations throughout their last couple of years. You just can't give them hope. You can't give them opportunities. You're going to have to lock in, and that's not easy to do. 100 Thieves, again, a couple young players. Never been quite to this level. It's their first shot at it. What a start they've had, but that NRG team is never going to let go, is never going to give up. So we're going to have to reel it in a little bit here. Hopefully NBS had a good speech. Keep the boys a little bit calm. This bye very critical for them on this half.
That's the first time that he's had to do it, so it shouldn't, in theory, be too difficult. Tour de Force going to be waiting for them on the other side. 3 ultimates to try to utilize for themselves, and Brock shifting over is just going to be the ult immediately cleared. No real chance at a reply. Recon also getting that triple ping. It's Hunter's Fury going to be sent from Vora, but doesn't find anything at all. Push forward into this smoke, and Mana catches 2. Bang, not checking towards Plat. It is a meat grinder in the hands of NRG as they tear apart 100 Thieves.
Again, you're seeing mistakes here. Bang looks a little rattled. Needs to be checking every angle on that TP before he commits to it. Little things like that. You're looking the wrong way. You're trying to check the left side corner. And Asana's just a little bit too far behind. Gives Mata the opportunity. Coordination starting to falter. And NRG is sharp and on top of it.
That's all 3. Ultimate's gone. And just the Tour de Force invested. Meanwhile, Brock 2 charges from having that Hunter's Fury online. Damn near a stacked deck, given that you do have Kiko with his Outlaw. He'll have money for an Operator.
Nice try.
Ethan is playing off of information from that drone. Timotino destroyed as Ethan finds another, looks for the 3rd, it gets it. Well, just Cryo and Vora making their way towards B. And C connector side, watched by Mata. He'll get one, Kiko gets the other. Flawless round, NRG starting to look alive, starting to look like themselves.
Yes, this is the team that, we've all come to know and expect. It almost feels like sometimes the more pressure that's on them, the better they get.
That works.
They're like carbon. The harder you press, the more they become a diamond. Now you've got Timotino with an op. No op invested here for NRG, though. So maybe an opportunity for 100 Thieves to catch them on a little bit of a surprise. Maybe get that early man advantage.
Push out to the mid, rewarded again. 100 Thieves just not finding the ability to fight back. Mana goes out with that run it back. Finds another kill before Cryo can shut it down. Still 5 players strong.
I got Spike.
Spike to be recollected, but given this Operator in hand, I don't think you can really try to play this. Martino to see if Scuba will give him a glimpse there at window. But there's no reason for him to do so.
Mata still has a curveball there, so that's a really dangerous spot to be in.
It's just sat forward, and they're going to have to creep back into the spawn, and NRG should have a pretty good idea of where these players can and will tuck away.
They absolutely should be hunting once the time starts to tick down. They have nothing but cash. There's zero reason in my mind that you don't at least go for this. Once we get down to maybe that 25-second mark, start exploring the map a little bit.
30 seconds left.
They're just checking over towards A. I mean, they did leave that wide open, so there is a world where they went over there. But yeah, here we go. Now they're starting to make their moves.
Watch out, gotta go.
Arroya sent. Tripwire here. Give some level of alert. Cryo. First one at risk. Push ready to come through out of window, and Cryo, it's just so damn whiffy, and then Kiko gets on the flank. A flawless from NRG in every regard. None fallen, all weapons taken away. Perhaps that's why Kiko didn't buy an Operator, knew he was just going to be able to pick one up pluck it off the corpse of 100 Thieves.
Very well could be. They read this mid push so well. It's NRG's turn to look like they've been doing their homework.
I think we just go A to A, and honestly, like every.
Well,
getting a little bit of a sneak preview there.
Full Stinger purchase. Zone cleared. Pico just refills that space.
Spike down.
Drone never spotted him. Ethan just plays him in with the Outlaw. And this Stinger buy, not looking like it's gonna bear much fruit here. Clear the trademark, just follow that tracer from the Classic. Knows that Asana's gonna be tucked into the cubby, and I mean, if you're 100 Thieves, what more are you left to do other than just try to displace Ethan? It's just not gonna work. Scuba now in from behind, could just TP past that tripwire, but it'll just be Mata taking the fight right to his doorstep. Back-to-back flawlesses. NRG up 8-2.
It's crazy how one side of these maps have been. And on the defender side here of Haven, a team that I've always really been impressed with some of their defender side ideas on this map at times. But then with what we saw against BBL, I had deep concerns. But here, just got the good reads, the right plays. But I think 100 Thieves not respecting Kiko's positioning there, not throwing a curveball or something out to maybe keep him a little bit off balance, cost them. I think they're gonna try A again, and look at this, NRG's ready.
Hey, Ethan just going for the crunch play. TP forward, bang, immediately take it down, push up into the lobby, and it is just destruction at the hands of NRG yet again. They have finally arrived. And they are giving 100 Thieves no room to play, no room to breathe. Smothering them out of this map.
What else is there to say? It's unbelievably one-sided. I mean, it's just been kind of the story of this match so far. NRG, again, just going for this aggressive player, 100 Thieves, and too bad Ethan's already scaled forward. I will say this is probably the map where I think his Neon looks the best from what we've seen at EWC. And he knows the risks he can take. He knows the tendencies of 100 Thieves. And he's been punishing them time and time again, and I guess we're just gonna try this again.
TP up into a volley, it's just the up and over. And Brock's got the Yoden, because of course he does! Nothing they try goes their way! Only 2 rounds found. One of those is the eco, and nothing more. 10-2, NRG making a statement as they look to send us to a 4th map.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Ascent. I'm just so amazed, but 100 Thieves just banging their head against the wall. And it's Brock and the Odin laying down the law. What else needs to be said? Dominance. Absolute dominance from NRG.
Just an insane performance to be able to rebound in this fashion on a map that's been so good for 100 Thieves this entire EWC long. They picked up, coming into this, 13 rounds collectively across Breeze and Sunset. 1 map's worth of rounds. And now they build up this monstrous streak as they look to absolutely annihilate 100 Thieves on Haven. Just absolutely insane. We'll see you guys on the other side of this halftime as we toss it over.
This crowd is absolutely electric. What do we think? Can we go into map 4?
Est-ce que, mesdames et messieurs, est-ce que NRG peuvent revenir dans ce match? Faites du bruit ceux qui croient en eux! Looks like NRG could come back. What do you think?
I think so, but we need to do a bit of a real temperature check here. How's about I take 100 Thieves and you take NRG?
Of course. You go first.
Okay. Who is here for 100 Thieves?
Ok. Les gars, go le choquer, s'il vous plaît. Qui est là pour NRG?
Becoming more and more of a mixed bag here with the crowd, NRG. The way that they've been playing this Haven so far. Looking to win them back over. As it's just one big streak of green there for them. 9 rounds in a row. Let's see if they can make it 10.
Well, decent start there. Get a pretty good connection on the shock dart on the Brock. It is a must win for 100 Thieves. It goes without saying that this pistol should be kind of the only lifeline that 100 Thieves is going to be able to throw out there for themselves. Keep afloat. Just try to keep Ascent a little bit at arm's reach if possible. They're giving them quite a bit of space, and Kiko does it again.
Breaking open C. Meanwhile, the whole rest of the team getting closer through garage. Now going to be spotted out as Asana trying to set up for that molly. Holding at bay here for the moment. Curveball around the back. Blind's going to be found, but Brock swings it. 2 taps, 2 kills.
Last player standing.
It's now all down to Timatino.
Go, go, go.
A couple clean ones, but there's just no way to break that stack. 10 rounds in a row over the top, 11 overall now. NRG looking to very quickly push this into a 4th map.
And you should be expecting some kind of buy up here as NRG. Oh, what a ping reveal. I mean, the combination, the curveball, the recon, then the double.
Last player standing.
Beautiful, beautiful work from Brock. Timatino, just not much left to do there. 3-man stack staring you down. The most anyone has in the kill department 100 of these is 6 across 14 rounds. This has been unbelievably one-sided, so it is going to be the stinger buy for 100 Thieves. Already the Odin for Brock in round 2. That is wild. But when you're up this far, you can go ahead and take those gambles. You can take those risks.
Cryo's been cooled off. 4 and 13 on this side for a lot asked of him. As well as Vora to try to hold the line, buy some time for the rest of the team to try to arrive, but Amada's going to be able to fight 2 with the Stinger before they can get anything back. It's just Ethan dead, but now a couple more kills should be found and slide in. And Kiko has got Asuna in his sights. 12 to 2, 1 more. And NRG will give us at least 1 more map in this grand final.
It's just a thing of beauty. The way that they play off of each other here on Haven, the crossfires that they're able to get going. I mean, look at this, 3 players bursting out together. You know, yes, a little bit of a punch back. The angles they're able to create around the site itself.
Yes!
Make it so difficult. And no even timeout here. Just kind of accepting their fate, or 100 Thieves, it feels like. You have a Guardian in the mix. Timatino got lit up somewhere along the way, but he's only got a Bandit, so he's just basically a human drone at this point. Trying to run in there, see what he can do.
I mean, it's just been a fall off from everybody across the board. This Phoenix has been such a big comfort for Asuna so far. Not really to be the case here on Haven. Cryo push forward into the fast lane, does manage to shut down Ethan. Can be a weapon recovered eventually. Meanwhile,
I don't know.
Timatino here in window. Asuna, quick check out.
Going up.
Drone to be called in. Plays wall sent. Do they check this position? Yes, they do. Know exactly where he's at. He tries to escape, tucking down below the stairs, but Mono will be able to find it. Brock cleans up Asuna. And Bang will just be found. He's got 1,000,000 bullets, and he's got a solid idea of where you're at. You just don't stand a chance.
30 seconds left.
And Cryo split away from Vora, just a stinger. And they're not taking any chances. Run it back to lead the way. Cryo to try to cheat forward, and hello NRG! They are all ready and waiting. The red carpet rolled out for him. Plan to be interrupted. Vora to find 1. There's 4 bullets remaining, and it's Keiko on the draw. absolute dominance on display. NRG quickly send us to a fourth map.
If you had any questions about that Haven, they just answered them in spades. That was a royal flush for them. They just come through and are unbeatable. There was no way anybody was taking them down on that map today. Just, I mean, you think after the Thrifty, the eco win for 100 Thieves, you're like, oh, okay, I guess this is just going to be a fast 3-0, but nope. NRG just completely ran it back the other way.
Just destroyed. 100 Thieves still with an opportunity to potentially close this out. A 3-1, very possible. But you have to imagine what that pressure is going to be like if NRG come back and they tie up the score as they look to pull off a reverse sweep. It's a position that 100 Thieves has not been in. So we will see how they cope with it, whether they can rebound. But for now, let's send things over to Degon.
Thank you very much, Achilleos and Paper Thin. And it was 11 dominant rounds in a row by the reigning world champions. NRG show up and put on a shellacking against 100 Thieves. It's 13-2, and the series is back on.
I mean, look, they're down 2-0. We say, NRG, where are you? You need a hero. Now's the time. With all tournament, we've been saying, look, every time it gets hard, that's when they step up the most. They did exactly that. They pushed the game to a map 4. They showed why they could lift a trophy in Paris last year. That tenacity hasn't disappeared. We're still alive. We still have a series.
Yep. You know what's crazy is NRG loves these lower bracket reverse sweep runs. They seem to do it so often, and so now we're in this situation where they've just absolutely slammed that round 3, that map 3. Going into the next map, they have the momentum, and this is what they feed off of to get a lot of those wins.
Especially after losing yet again. They win the pistol.
Yep.
They lose round 2 yet again. This keeps happening here at the end. Why does this keep happening? But at least this time, they had the answer.
Yeah, they had the answer, but I think 100 Thieves have just done a good job at prepping when it comes to those second rounds. They're very proactive with what they want to do, and a lot of the time they chase the kills, which NRG keeps giving to them. But I think after that round, NRG, they tightened it up.
Big time. We were all chatting, hey, who's your MVP candidate? Maybe we need to start circling some names for 100 Thieves. And Mata says, hold on a second. Put my name in the hat here.
Yeah, I mean, he stepped up massively. It's so hard when you're down in a best of 5 like this to find that composure, to be able to bring it back, to be able to dig deep inside of yourself, deep inside your soul, to know, hey, I'm good enough. I can make this work. Mata puts the team on his back here at Haven. He runs this map. He takes the win for NRG, and it felt like nothing could stop him on this one.
It really felt like he took a lot of those matters into his own hands as well, not relying on anyone to set him up. He just went and pushed for majority of those kills. You can see he set himself up. The flashes through the cages, through the smokes, constantly playing with someone behind him, leading the charge. I think Mata, he really stepped up this game, not just in fragging power, but also playstyle to make sure NRG has the aggression on board.
He has been the one to pop off in those victories. As we see the story from yesterday to today on Haven, it is completely different.
These stats are crazy.
It's ludicrous. What are we looking at here? What a change up from the guy. I mean, this map, he was explosive. He looked like the best player in the server. Yesterday, on this exact same map, this exact same agent, he couldn't find anything. This goes to show you how much Valorant can be a mental game. He had this performance in him, but against BBL, they shut him down. Today, 100 Thieves couldn't do it, and he activated. He came alive. This is the difference maker. Big-time players make big-time plays, and he did exactly that.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it comes down to the prep that maybe NRG had getting into this game. But the way he was playing, it didn't look like he was prepping for anything or reading anything. He was just like, guys, I'm going to send it. And he did. And he got so many of those kills.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the composure on the faces of the NRG players. We're like, wake up. And they're like, no, we're good. We got it. And a lot of that has to do with the experience of this roster. Again, the second oldest roster here at EWC. On the opposite side, 100 Thieves, they have themselves the third youngest roster here at EWC. And this was the question that I wanted to have answered when 100 Thieves finally get counterpunched by the reigning world champions. How will they respond?
I mean, that's the biggest question for me. I said being up 2-0 is dangerous.
Yeah.
The moment you get complacent is the moment your opponent gets back in the game, and that's kind of feel like that. It felt like that just happened to me, and that's what happens when you're a young squad. We saw it with BBL. You see it oftentimes when the squads aren't as experienced on the international stage, which is very true for 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
But NRG are on the other side of that. They've been there before. They've done exactly this before. They know how to win tough games. For 100 Thieves, you have to go back. You have to reset. You have to forget about the score. You have to forget about the match point and play the Valorant. Focus on the in-game stuff. Be inside that server. Be present.
I hope that they're able to find the same level of comms that we heard when it was, "You're the greatest player ever."
Yes.
And then you get 13-2, you'd need to still have that same level of focus. As we move on over to map number 4 on Ascent. So what are your thoughts here, Athena, as these two Americas squads are looking to finally beat each other and close it out and make a new chapter in their story?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely a little bit worried for 100 Thieves here. They did pick it, which means they're trying to do something in terms of the prep, in terms of the gameplay when it comes to playing against NRG. But the last time they played this was actually quite a while ago. They played it against RRQ in group stages, and they won it 13-10, so not too convincingly. Meanwhile, on the other hand, NRG, they just played this recently and slammed on it.
I think the biggest thing for me is NRG play exactly this composition that we've just seen with the chamber. Everybody's on exactly the same roles. It's perfect comfort from what we've just seen. Moving from Haven to Ascent for this squad should feel fluid. It should feel easy. It's 100 Thieves that are going to be a little bit more fiddly, and they're going to be feeling uncomfortable now as we move towards this map 4.
Yep, map number 3 going the way of NRG, but it is a 2-1. We'll go to map 4 after this.
Okay, Wingman, it's just me and you. If we can just win this round, we're EWC champions, and our names will be in the history books forever. I need you to step up right now, Wingman. It's all on you. You get that spike planted, and we have the upper hand. They surely can't have much to work with. Run, Wingman! Run! Guess they did have a lot left to work with.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
I think it's our soulmate for the team. We had kind of joke whenever we play against someone, we say monkeys always stuck together. Even before Clash came out, and it was a jungle vibe inside the team, and we all call ourselves monkeys because monkeys always strong together. Then our Clash came out, it was obviously a monkey, and I think it's kind of nice, connects our vibe, and it looks cool in real life and on camera as well.
In 2024, when I first joined VCT, I wanted a hat, but I didn't know what. So then I looked in in the arena what I could get, and I saw a Tivus hat, and I'm a big League of Legends fan, so yeah, I was like, okay, that looks perfect. So I just got that, and I kind of stuck with it. At some point, I wanted to change it to a different hat every year, but I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stick to the Tivus hat. So yeah, it's kind of just stuck.
One that I bring for every match is Doguinho. He's a little dog. He was a present from my wife. She was the first plushie that she gave to me, and she gave to me before I fly to Istanbul to play Champs on 2022 that I won. Since 2022, he's with me on all matches, and I like to have him there in the table because he's a present from my wife, so it just feels good to have him there.
Whenever you go to participate at any event, I think we could bring all of our soul to share the moment with the monkey, to share the team vibe with the audience, and of course it's part of our family.
My girlfriend made it handmade, so I think that's coolest. I like her so much, and I just want to give a heart to her.
The only times I've forgotten it, I've been twice, and I lost both games. So from now on, I always make sure I have my Tivus hat, and also when I don't have it, my my family messaged me and they're like, oh my god, see this hat, like, oh, you need it so bad. So I kind of just like, I do it for them and also for the good luck.
Yeah, it just gives me luck, and I'll just be more comfortable when Cypher is with me. Sometimes I'll just smell it. It just smells like my girlfriend, so it makes me more comfortable on the stage.
I think it's actually a cool idea to have a blusher because each team has its own story, which can like introduce themselves to the new audience. So I think it's nice to have it.
Because it's a gift from my wife, I think mine is the coolest.
First impression of Ethan, super eager to learn more, whether it was inside the game or outside the game.
I think the reason why Ethan's so good and so special right now is just he's been playing CAC FPS since he was like 16, so he has such a long career in esports, so yeah.
Prophet's already got one, but Ethan, sharp shot. Ethan challenging. Guardian was the only thing that came in with. Wow!
Oh my god!
Being like a superstar a little bit in Counter-Strike, being a support player in the right hand in Valorant, but then also into the IGL role, and he won champs in both roles, doing what he needs to do for the team.
Yeah, I think he is the best flash initiator in the world, like KRS guy and those kind of agents. I think I see other people try to play those agents and it's like, it looks so bad. And then when he plays it, it's like, okay, like we can make that work.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
Just means that it's another cross from Starso. I don't know if he has time for this one though, Kev. It's going to be very close. Oh, that is unbelievable.
Valorant, it is the grand finals, and NRG have finally won a map here. You can see the hype from 100 Thieves. They're still ready to go. They're still willing to fight and try to get that third and final map to close out this best of 5 between these two squads.
I mean, well done, NRG. You're awake. You're here in the server. Finally, they do get that map across the line. But it doesn't change the circumstances here. 100 Thieves are still on match point. One more map can secure that trophy for them. I think the pressure is still on NRG to continue that comeback. But mentally now, you got to be in your head if you're 100 Thieves. Can you find that composure for a young squad, a relatively inexperienced squad internationally? Can they close it out now?
Pressure for sure for both sides of the stage here. 100 Thieves going into their map pick of Ascent, a map that NRG is known to be very well played on. Their defensive side is really phenomenal, I think, on this map. Brock with that Odin, he was going crazy last game. We're going to see it again this game on the Sova. And now for both these teams, just making sure they solidify this map. 100 Thieves obviously trying to get away with that EWC winners title. But for NRG, they just want to solidify their legacy and move on to that 5th map, take it all the way and make sure that they show them the reason why they're considered veterans.
It has been so fascinating, this NRG roster, as they have played the villain to the crowd from the play-ins to now the playoffs, and they round by round, map by map, continue to earn the respect of the fans and take it back from 100 Thieves as we get ourselves into Agent Select of map number 4 here on Ascent.
Yeah, for NRG, this is exactly the same composition that we saw in Haven. We've seen it from them on Ascent already this tournament. They love this kind of archetype. Keiko on the chamber, he's normally so strong on the defense, and we just saw the insane game Mada put up on that Phoenix. I want to see that aggression from him. him. I want to see him not stop. Hold W, play like you're free without a care in the world, and that's when he's going to excel.
Yeah, same on the other side. 100 Thieves playing the comp they're so familiar with. Timotino on that jet, able to use that operator to the highest extent. I was actually surprised by NRG last game. Main reason being Ethan. I feel like his Neon was really good fighting that A lobby.
Yes.
It felt like we saw a different side of Ethan on this duelist, and he actually performed. I think it's kind of crazy saying that when you're up against players like Timotino and Asuna. Kind of crazy. And now the comps staying the same. Both these teams have definitely done the homework on each other, though.
We also got to see a smiling Bankar from a marquee moment by Brock on the Odin, pop it off there. And it's less about how that did for NRG and more about how 100 Thieves will respond, because we are now in the championship rounds. Only champions go all 5 maps. Will it be there or will it be ending here in 4? Let's send it on over to Paper Thin and Achilles.
It's time to find out if NRG still yet have more fight in them. 100 Thieves will be able to regain their composure, steady the ship, and close things out on map number 4. One of the things that you very much have to remember is that when we did crown Heretics the first winners here at EWC last year, they managed to do it in reverse sweep fashion. NRG very much looking to do the same.
It feels very possible now. I mean, it just was so shaky. 400 Thieves. A little bit of a heal up there for Asuna. Took some shock damage in the beginning. Start there, cleared by Ethan.
Lotta out in the mid. It's going to be able to find one before getting taken down, but Timotino, 2. Under the same circumstances, and now a 3v3.
Oh, the timing here for a curveball.
Swing coming in. There's the spot out for it. Trying to counter swing, get some value there, but instead eats quite a bit of damage.
Forces him back, though. Let's see if there's going to be a matching rotation from NRG or if they're expecting a re-hit onto A. Would have loved to have gotten that curveball out of Asuna there, but he held on to it, saving it. Try to see what they can do about Kiko.
30 seconds left.
Don't see the rendezvous in play. Let's see, standing right on top of it.
Teleport's ready. It doesn't have it, just now getting it back off cooldown.
There it is.
We'll use it to go for that quick little peek, quick exit, but they know exactly where he's at, but the time is going to be running low as he tries to delay them.
Spike down.
Finds another kill, and look at the health.
Left.
Just 92 between
Spike planted.
Cryo and Asuna as they try to get this pistol to go. Spot on the 1. Asuna going to be slotting forward. Trying to catch Scuba off guard, but as he swings, he dies. Cryo now has it all to do. All on his shoulders. Holding from boats, but it should just be the 1-2 punch. The push to the corner, and Scuba gets out ahead of his teammate, but it doesn't really matter. Still is able to find that kill, a 3K for him, and another pistol in the hands of NRG.
Feels like it's starting to unravel. Nice early opener here for Timotino. Hopefully should be feeling like he's got a little bit in the tank there off of that. Just barely able to take down Kiko, but man, he's so sharp. The chamber just feels like a perfect fit for a player of his caliber, and Scuba continues to be an absolute nuisance in the pistol rounds. He's been really racking it up for NRG there. Continues to just thrive. Same kind of pistol buy we've been seeing from 100 Thieves. Now, they did get an eco to go.
Twice.
On the other one, but a bandit for Timotino, and
yippee.
The music leaves me concerned.
Quick little tech pause. Yeah, we went 3 maps straight without having one, so.
True.
We'll pump the brakes here, but I'm being told that they're going straight back in just about, so winning on those final ready checks, and then should be able to resume.
Yeah, usually just kind of like a quick little earbud issue or something like that is often kind of what these are, and then they kind of unplug it, replug it back in, and you're usually good to go. It's okay. Let's see what we got. Marshall for Kiko, but he's on the other side of the map from this. So Mata's Spectre, Scuba's Bulldog.
Oh, he double dinks Ethan at range, but just outgunned the Bandit, able to take him down. Very good damage to be found. Kiko is well tagged to 72.
And look at the awareness here from NRG. They know they're going to want to try to punish that.
Timotino unable to find a kill. Quick little back pedal though from Brock. Giving up that space. Trademark still to hold the front of the A site on that entry. Meanwhile, Mata able to intercept the enemy jet. Now a two-player advantage in the hands of NRG. They find themselves yet another flawless. Just been racking them up across that last map and may just continue. Full blind going to be taking on to Kiko, but still gets his vision back fast enough to take down the rest. So 3K for him, flawless for NRG. Back into a 2-0 start.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the little things that NRG does, especially when they're clicking like this, that makes this such a difficult team to beat. It's the way that they, Ethan goes out, does some damage, gets a kill, takes some damage, so trades places with Brock, falls back to a little bit of safety, don't give anything up easily, and then Kiko would hit his trademark right around the corner there. 100 Thieves walk right into it. Good news here for Thieves, he will have Asina's ult. So you have the ability to maybe create some space. He's hanging on to the spike right now, but Bang, looking for that mid-aggression, looking for that push out. Scuba holding a paranoia in case anybody were to fall into their trap, but it's going to be a sidestep here from 100 Thieves, at least to start. To worry a bit about Cryo. He's looking for the lineup there with his cage. Does get where it needs to be. Well, the alarm bell should be ringing right now. This is a lot of hesitation from 100 Thieves on this execute. They had a timing. But they couldn't really pull the trigger on it to get in there before NRG is flooding into the site to prevent them, and then an unchecked corner spells their demise. And oh boy, I mean, sure it's Ascent, sure it's Defender's side, but that is a brutal start after getting brutalized on Haven.
Alarm bells certainly have to be ringing now. Kiko made the just back away briefly. So much can just dip his feet into the flames. He'll back up to full.
Well, just fishing a little bit. Oh, there's some damage.
Ethan certainly needs to be careful. Any more straight shots, and that's going to be him eliminated, but Kiko's going to be able to find the one. That outlaw coming through. Now Molly going to be layered in. Retrieval of the spike, certainly not allowed. He's not yet. As Mata's just going to keep going for it. Says, well, I remember where the spike was, and I'm pretty sure you want to grab that thing. So just hounds him down. Finds it through the smoke, hunts the last player, and it's yet another flawless for NRG. Starting to figure out how 100 Thieves have been finding success previously with those thrifties, and now they're starting to deny it.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's a double down on a trap play in mid. Saw it earlier. Thieves didn't walk into it. This time they do. And NRG is more than happy to welcome their victims. And the really concerning thing here is how much money you've given up, because NRG players have not been dying. It's been flawless into one death into flawless. So you're...
Scuba and Mata catch capped.
Yeah, you're at such a deficit. I mean, this round has to be it for 100 Thieves if they're going to have any shot in this map, it feels like. So a little bit of spam back and forth, but...
A little bit of a spot. Meanwhile, drone forward. Op now going to be confirmed in Brock. Putting himself on this forward line, just trying to spam through. Can't clean up the damage there, but Mata, curveball in, catches Cryo, run it back, immediately going to be invested. 100 Thieves heading for the hills, the peak, that opening shot, not to be found. Molly at his feet. Timotino takes the updraft out towards relative safety, but still eats quite a bit of damage.
They're just outplaying him at every twist and turn right now. Just great aggression, knowing they could strike, and Cryo dealt with. Mata's holding the off angle in the corner.
Operator now down. That last curveball ready to go to try to stave them off right as the paranoia comes through, and it's going to be a smoke on top as well, but Mana just a hair off with that crosshair, so Vora just managed to find that elimination. Flash in and just waiting for his timing as Scuba swoops forward, finds the kill, looking for that final one, and I mean Brock. Oh, come on, man! The run and gun with the Odin is something diabolical. It's also something that 100 Thieves just cannot contend with.
Well, it's been about, I mean, these two teams going back and forth on their various maps. But here, it's starting to be a rout. And NRG, you feel like now 100 Thieves is on the ropes, and NRG is just pummeling them with blow after blow, and they just can't find a response. And the fans in disbelief.
Continuing for NRG in 4. It's staggering, and it's going to be shocking for 100 Thieves to be so far out in front, so favored to try to close things. Playing a map 4, on a map that you haven't dropped at this entire tournament. It certainly felt like this one was going to be in the bag, but at the moment, it's just been struggle street. And it's a collective 5 kills between all players on 100 Thieves across 5 rounds.
I didn't go back to Haven. They were just bottoming out in the kill department too. Clear the recon for Cryo. There's no further aggression. It's all just a bit of a ruse. Do have the Blade Storm for Timotino, but look at where Kiko got to.
Comes the peak. Waiting for it, and he's dead. That orb collected, those knives popped. They get absolutely nothing. Kiko quickly readjustment, finds Asuna. Dodges the paranoia, even ducks into the corner. An elbow spot at the fast lane. Set up Kiko, ready for it. Push in, a greeting with the shorty. Another 3K for Kiko. Another flawless for NRG. And something's gotta give pretty damn soon if you're 100 Thieves.
I mean, they just look completely outdone and completely outsmarted right now. The way we were talking about the Thieves during the first 2 maps is now the way that we're going to be talking about NRG. The homework, the prep, insanely good. The way that Kiko able to shut down that danger of the Blade Storm from Timotino right off the rip. And it's just compounding into error after error. Disaster after disaster. We're gonna flash forward and Kiko aggressively pushes out. That smoke goes down and he's got, oh, actually it's Mata who's got Asuna. Missed the shot.
Just continues to have the worst of times. 0-7-0 at the moment on this Phoenix. Run it back obtained in deaths. Silent push. Outside of A main, drone at the ready for Vora. Has to send this, has to get information, has to try to clear these players. Trademark's still there to try to slow them down on entry. Meanwhile, TP just over the top of Heaven. Kiko gonna go backpedaling and now has the confirmation. Bang! Oh, he's able to find Scuba.
Spike planted.
Just catching a stray through that smoke.
So scary with that Odin coming through. Makes Hell so dangerous, but that's a great reveal. They don't
great reveal, but not a bangable position.
Yeah.
Unable to get anything from there. Shockdart gonna find a little bit. Sliding forward is Ethan trying to take the fight to them, trying to up the pace. But okay, 100 Thieves at long last will find themselves a round win. Keeping the lion's share of their weapons.
All right, we need to see them start streaking some rounds together themselves. If you're gonna feel like they have any hope in this, and I think stuff like this, you gotta start doing, spamming the smokes, getting a little bit more aggressive, trying to anticipate your opponent's movements. Because that's something NRG has been doing so well against you.
Nice!
A weight lifted off their shoulders. But how much more do they still have to shrug off? That's the real question. A little bit of Odin spam over at B main. Cryo this time get really safe.
Ooh. Thought he was going to commit for that one, but Timotino left to live another day. Cryo just wanting to show some presence, keep some interest drummed up on B. Swings in, finds the timing as Brock. I think he just wanted to clear out the camera. Neural Theft now to go through as Asuna going in with that running back. Ethan going to be facing forward alongside Kiko and clean up that ult. And for now, 100 Thieves starting to scramble. Recollect back onto Cat. Kiko now taking down that tour de force. No longer in the equation, but Mata out in the mid. Catches Cryo on the flank. Ethan some spray and pray towards tree, but nothing to be found there. The plant can be committed to.
Got that Hunter's Fury, but it's going into hell.
They're playing this one forward. As Scuba dinks through the floor. Timotino able to find Ethan at the same time.
Enemy remaining.
Vora cleans up another. And now it's just Scuba to try to slot away, get himself out to safety. The save having to be committed to in another round, going to be given over to 100 Thieves. Asuna on the prowl, should be good for his first kill here, and will be able to get himself on the board as well.
They're starting to create some space for themselves. They're starting to keep their opponents a little bit off balance so that they're able to at least get on the site and get some plants, get some money in the bank. Cryo, a nice punish onto Brock there. So he was trying to clear some util. Does get taken down himself, but the site hold very, very nice. Everybody for 100 Thieves getting involved. Now we got to keep it going if you're 100 Thieves. You got to just don't take your foot off that gas pedal. Brock, shock dart early, does connect on a Timotino. Takes him down to 83.
Goes that up and over, but Kiko catching that glimpse, rescues him, finds that elimination, but Asuna pushing forward, takes down Ethan and Mata. Not able to find much value off the ult. They've kept them contained though, stopped them from scaling forward. As well as gotten that Hunter's Fury out.
This is already pretty nice for NRG. Total map control, confirmation of where the trip is for Cryo, so that's going to be Scuba trying to use that against his opponents, that theoretical safety net. Turn into a Venus flytrap there. And they're going to walk right into it. Oh, boy.
The things are coming down. How many can Scuba get is the real question. Should be traded at some point. Looks like they're reading this decently well. It's only going to be the one. Sparing their blushes here are 100 Thieves.
30
set up, nothing going to be spotted. Mata volleying there at main, gets a curveball through, shuts down Cryo. 23 seconds remaining on the clock to push forward, and Mata holds the door. Nico from heaven able to find the final. That's NRG already locking up a guaranteed lead at the half. 7-2. With a chance to really balloon this up once again.
Yeah, for sure. The money's pretty much going to be there the rest of the way, you feel like, for NRG. So it's going to be on 100 Thieves.